This video is about why you should pay off your debt before buying a house. Very simple. You pay off your debt, you can borrow more money. Why? Well, when you have debt, that gets subtracted from your income. When you apply for a loan, your income is calculated. That determines how much they lend you. There's other factors like credit, but income is the biggest one. If you have debt, they just subtract that from your income, and that's your new income. If you make $3,000 a month, but you owe 2 cars like I do, and it's like about $900, your new income that they're gonna take into account is actually $2,100. That extra $900 that got rid of your income, that was removed from your income, pretty much subtracts about $100,000 that you can borrow.
In a situation where you make $50,000 a year and you have zero debt and you have $20,000 available in money for a down payment, you can expect to afford. On your right side it says affordable, stretch, and difficult. Let's look at the stretch one. You can afford $200,500 to $230,000, and this is with no debt. Now let's look at something with debt. In a situation where you owe $500 a month with the same income and same down payment, now you're only able to afford $139,000 and also up to $175,000 in the stretch zone, which is about $60,000 less than if you did not have any debt.
But by paying off your 2 cars, now you can borrow $100,000. So be conscious of your debt, credit card debt, loans, cars you owe. I think even car leases. Your apartment, not really, because you can end that in a year, or you can buy yourself out of the contract, I guess. It's not something that you owe indefinitely. A car locks you in for 5 years or 6 years, sometimes more, unless you pay it off first. So that plays a huge factor. Your credit score plays more a factor on the interest they charge you. You know, if you're more credit worthy, you have great credit, hey, we won't charge you as much interest. You have bad credit, hey, you're high risk, so we're gonna charge you a lot just in case we recuperate some of that money in case you default. Some people think that,
oh, why are they charging people with bad credit that could hardly afford this and that a lot of money?
Well, because you're a high risk individual. The reason you got bad credit in the beginning is because you were irresponsible and you borrowed money. Maybe you could have been more resourceful and not borrow so much money or work extra hours. That's their thought, and I kind of agree with that. So pay off your debt, work extra hours. Me, if I want to pay off these cars, I could work 12 hours a day and I could probably pay off a car in a year. 12 hours a day is a lot, especially with me being so much into the stock market, but I could do it. I just need to be very disciplined, eat well, because you got to balance out all the, I mean, this is just a rant, side rant, balancing out your exercise, your eating healthy, and your finances. They all take up time. Cooking healthy takes up time. Exercising takes up time and energy. Sleeping well is kind of difficult when you're behind on other stuff. So it has to be a perfect balance, a very rudimentary, your routine has to be very specific and very strict to stay on task and have a very good source of energy, amount of energy to work the 12 hours. And that's all I have. So see you on the next video.